OK, let's move on to Antonio Conte now. A typically honest and frank interview with Sky in Italy. He said Tottenham are weaker on paper after the January window. It was 4 players out, 2 in. Michael, we spent a lot of January talking about the situation at Spurs. Would you agree with what he said?
Look, Joe, you know what you're getting when you appoint Antonio Conte. Frank and honest assessments. Antonio Conte and Daniel Levy, they've been trending on Twitter, I think, for 2 days now. I do feel with Conte, you can take his quotes in many ways. I think in terms of the squad, his point is no club with aspirations of finishing the top 4 should be selling or loaning 4 senior players in January. That's what they've done. Tanguy and Ndombele, their record signing from Lyon, has gone to Lyon on loan. They tried to sign Luis Diaz. We've seen the good impression he's already made at Liverpool. The wing-back role is absolutely fundamental to the way Conte plays. That area wasn't addressed with Adama Traore. Spurs bound all month, ends up joining Barcelona. But cards on the table. The huge frustration is they've just lost 2 huge games at home to Southampton and Wolves, which puts a huge dent into their top 4 hopes.
What's Conte up to, David, do we think?
Well, he's one of the most experienced and successful managers of recent years, so we shouldn't underestimate his intelligence. He knows what he's doing here, and he will be laying down a marker for a reign at Tottenham that he wants to be successful. Of course, they want it as well, but they've gone through a number of managers now. Mauricio Pochettino got frustrated. Jose Mourinho got frustrated. Now, Antonio Conte appears to be getting frustrated. Look, he would have known what he was getting into. He turned down the job. Bridgie and I were on this programme when Bridgie said, just get him in over the summer. Well, he turned that down after assessing the club. He came back, or they came back in for seconds, and he would have known the state of the squad, the state of the finances. Make no mistake about that. And to my understanding, and people you speak to around Tottenham, it was made very clear to him that you wouldn't be able to do much business in January. It's more something for the summer. And therefore, I think, firstly, he may not have realised quite the size of the task until you're on the inside and you're looking at the players and you're seeing them releasing players who were signed for huge money. They're not necessarily a crucial part of the team right now, but they should, in ordinary circumstances, be a crucial part of the squad, the likes of Ndombele and Dele Alli, Celso, for example. And so what he's saying is, if you want to succeed with me, if you want me to bring the success that I brought with the Italy national team, with Juventus, with Chelsea, with Inter Milan, then in time, which he is saying, be patient, you need to back me with finances in the way that the likes of Pep Guardiola have enjoyed Manchester City and managers at Chelsea, Manchester United and elsewhere as well, Liverpool to an extent too. So I think this is quite a clever play, and it's saying to Daniel Levy that I need this support if you want to get the best out of me. I want to succeed with Tottenham Hotspur. And I think the eyes will now really turn on Daniel Levy and the Tottenham hierarchy to see how they can create an environment for Antonio Conte to do well. And I still think he really can do well at Tottenham, but it's been a very difficult period with those 2 results.
Yeah, and when you look at where Spurs are, they're 8th, 7 points off the top 4. Conte said their chances of qualifying for the Champions League are 1%. Michael, were you surprised to hear him say that?
I just think it's a reaction to the 2 very disappointing home results. I'm taking absolutely nothing away from Southampton and Wolves, but 2 home defeats are unthinkable. Look, 4th place is absolutely wide open, so the 1% for me isn't true. Look, a few weeks back, Spurs looked favourites to finish 4th. 2 stoppage time goals at Leicester, 2 or 3 games in hand on their rivals, but it's turned sour pretty quick, and defeat at Man City on Saturday will make it 4 league defeats in a row. I think that's the first time that's happened in about 18 odd years. But it isn't over. They can claw this back. We know the squad lacks quality, but in some areas. But Arsenal and West Ham didn't strengthen in January. I was shocked they didn't. Manchester United, we know, are up and down. So to say it's completely over, it is just not true. They're not in Europe, so they do have most weeks free. So they have this concentration on the league. So it's not over by a long stretch.
OK, David, I'm going to give myself the award for stupid question of the day. Would you say Conte looks happy at Tottenham?
No, he's not happy because they're not winning, but I do think this is a job that can be a success in the long run, despite what we're seeing now. People were criticising him for giving these interviews. These were rights holder scheduled interviews. He spoke his mind. It's what we're always asking managers to do. And you know, he's got a very close relationship with Fabio Paratici, the managing director of football there. They're going to throw everything at making a success of this. I don't think Conte's looking for a way out of the club. I don't think he's flagging his availability. You know, an 18-month contract with an option to make it longer. I think he fancies making a success of this. And yeah, he's not happy, but maybe this will shake everybody at Tottenham into life and see the opportunity that they have, which Bridgie mentions there. They've got games in hand, so have Arsenal, but Arsenal are unpredictable. They've got the quality at the club. He retained Harry Kane, which may have been a key reason why he decided to join the club. And Tottenham's only really difficult games in terms of the very top clubs, United and Liverpool, are away from home. They play Villa away as well, but the rest are at home. And I think if Tottenham can get their act together, most likely after the Manchester City trip this weekend, then they've got as good a shout as the other three in that region.